Hey, hey, hey,
Louis.
First off, it's Charles J. That's just in case you ain't heard of me. They told me it was too late, but I promise that I'll be the first to speak. Most of these rappers, they fake. But you can't have your way, this ain't Burger King. Everybody say they want beef till they see smoke, then they realize they rather have turkey meat. Don't need no courtesy. Baby encourage me, I fuck her perfectly. She got me feeling like buddy love. The way that she flirt with me, I swear Miss Purdy got perfect teeth. This an emergency. I had to drop a few verses. I'm in this bitch blowing purple. She throw that ass in a circle. He got paid cash for a murder. No need to brag cause he thorough. I'm at your ass like Earl. You know I'm coming with vengeance. This story come to an ending. I made him run cause he timid. He's just a bummy pretending. It ain't no fun if the homies can't hit it. But I was too young and too dumb to admit that I only need one woman sucking my dick. She got me hard as a brick. They say it's hard to commit. I move like Florida and I'm slick. Once I record it's a hit. Flow hotter than a pot of grits. Keep playing, I'ma scar you a bitch. Pardon my French, I might just learn some Swahili. I'm on a journey to freedom. Know it's my turn, I'm a leader. I never turn on my people. I'm just concerned with the evil, oppressing people cause they greedy. Depending on them just to feed. Shit it on me, now you need me. Bitch was phony for a reason. It was only for a season. Pulled a plug while he was breathing. They just some motherfucking demons. He said he gotta get even. Now your partners is bleeding. No need for hollering and screaming. Caught in the moment, but still life goes on. Right now, don't call me on the phone, cause I'm in the zone. I can't even understand why we've been struggling so long. I'ma fight alone, whether right or wrong. I done paid my dues. Took many losses in these streets. Got fans standing on their feet to hear me speak. I'm not afraid to lose, cause I done took so many losses till they ever get about me. I'm not afraid of you. First off, it's Charles J. That's just in case you ain't heard of me. They told me it was too late, but I promise that I'll be the first to speak. Most of these rappers, they fake. But you can't have your way, this ain't Burger King. Everybody say they won't beef till they see smoke, then they realize they'd rather have turkey meat.
What it do? It's 903 Boxing. I'm your host, Charles J. Say, man, shout out to my audience. Shout out to those that's rocking with me. Yeah, we back in the kitchen. There's a whole lot of goddamn sauce in that pot, man. Let's get to the shit. I got some bad news for Charles Conwell. Bad news. A lot of shit. I just think it's very disrespectful. I don't know. Shakur, I'm telling you, he just looked like a runaway slave. I just don't know. But then somebody came out and said it was fake news that he fired Eddie and got with Lou DiBella. I don't know. Then I seen that Lou DiBella been dissing Shakur for years. I don't know. Either way it go, I don't think Eddie is doing right by Shakur. He just in a fucked up situation. When it comes to promotion, Top Rank didn't do right by him as far as promoting him as a star. Eddie Hearn just, and Lou DiBella, that motherfucker there is a shoulder crook. All them crooks, but Lou DiBella, he one of them old, oh, let me hit your blunt ass motherfucker. He one of them. He just a leech. He just a slimy leech. But anyway, the reason why I say it's so disrespectful, Shakur should have been the main event of Better Be Bill, if you ask me. I think he a bigger star than anybody on the card. That's just me. And that's the only reason why I watched the fight, to be honest with you. I watched the card because Shakur was on it. He was the only black American on the entire card. I'm not this worldwide boxing fan like a lot of you fair motherfuckers. I don't really look overseas too far. They got their own shit. They got their own fans. And, it's just way too much sauce over here for me to be looking way in Japan and Slovakia and Afghanistan and Kazakhstan and all them places. Yeah. And all that Eastern European and Ukraine. That shit really don't excite me too much. I'm not gonna get into that. But what I'm saying is, there is no way Shakur should have been on the undercard of Better Beef Biffle when they can't sell out a family picnic. This shit was supposed to be some worldwide. When you look at that commercial, you really would have thought these was the two biggest stars in boxing. They made that shit look like a scene from 300 or some shit. Some Spartan shit. Anyway, I thought he shouldn't have been on the undercard. Listen, I want to say this though. In Bivol and Better Beef's defense, even though they're not a big star, the fight was more meaningful than the Shakur fight. I will say that. I go so far as to say, yeah, Bivol and Better Beef, it was a more meaningful fight. It was unification. It was for undisputed. I get all that, but they not a bigger draw than Shakur. Just, and nobody said it. I feel like I'm the only channel that said it. I don't know. But anyway, on to the next. Now, listen, Berlanga, get your money, pimpin'. I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you. You definitely didn't live up to the hype, but that's cool. I ain't got to shit on you for not being who a lot of people thought you was gonna be and all that there. And I feel like you folded a little bit against Canelo and you didn't really sit down on your punches, and then you hugged him after the fight and you said that was your superhero. It's a lot of shit I don't like that you have done. But get your money, bro. You came out the Canelo fight and you did a whole tour in Puerto Rico. You've been all over the country with Terror Squad and Fat Joe and them. I'm telling you, bro, I've never seen a fighter do this. This got to be the first time in history I've seen a man travel the whole world and have parades and shit for losing to Canelo. I just don't know. I don't know what neighborhood they do that shit in. I've never seen a motherfucker get his ass whooped and that shit become a celebration. I've never, in no history of art, of war, no tribe ever celebrated defeat. I've never seen it. That gotta be the first time. Nah, Jamel kind of celebrated. Jamel did. See how far I can be. Now Jamel said, at least he didn't knock me out. And Derrick James said, well, all those who saying Jamel didn't perform and he was scared, how many of y'all made this kind of money he made and this and that, and we win and we got the bag. So I can't just put that on Berlanga, but still though, Jamel didn't travel the world though. Berlanga, I just don't know. And shout out to your country, Puerto Rico, for embracing you. That's dope, and I believe you should embrace your champion, win, lose, or draw. Make no mistake about it. There's nothing wrong with supporting your fighter. Shout out to that, cause he rep his people, and shout out to that. I respect it. But no, but I just no, bro. You fought in Puerto Rico, and after that you fought on the undercard, and I was even shocked at that. You fought on the undercard of an Ammo Williams fight. Ammo Williams is not a star at all. Not many people know him. I just was very shocked, and you was at the bottom of that motherfucker. You wasn't even co-main to Ammo Williams. And now all of a sudden, you gonna headline over Shakur? Dope and dog food. You was just on the undercard of Ammo Williams, and now you and Hamza, who just robbed my boy Carlos Adon. I ain't gonna say he's my boy, but shout out to him. I thought he won the fight clearly. He coming off a loss, and y'all gonna headline over Shakur? I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Some may think I'm just making something out of nothing. There is no way you can tell me that Berlanga is a bigger star than Shakur. There is no way. People try to do that. When it comes to Shakur and Devin, bro, I noticed that they try to act like they don't sell, and they the most talked about fighters in boxing. Top 5 draw. You can't name 5 fighters that's bigger than Shakur. And don't get the name in them UK heavyweights, bro. That shit over there, and that shit don't sell. They just come to the fight. and it ain't no diss to UK, but I want to make a real big difference. There is not one pay-per-view star in the UK since Joshua. Joshua was the man, and they done kind of changed on him, but he can probably get him another pay-per-view fight. Joshua was the man. Fury sold because of Wilder. Outside of Wilder, he ain't never sold a cookout, a family cookout. But Joshua was a star. But now, pimpin', we keep trying to make this shit like the heavyweights and this and that. Bro, there's no stars in the UK. Speaking of the UK, I am disgusted with you motherfuckers. I think it's just y'all just throwing Hail Marys with your eye closed, just flea flickers, just options, just running, just throwing the shit just in the air with your y'all playing throw up tackle. I don't know if you remember that guy. That was a dangerous game coming up. Yeah, we play throw up tackle. You just throw the ball up and whoever catch it, you hit his ass, smack him. So anyway, y'all playing throw up tackle. Y'all keep trying to. I get it that they fathers was well-known boxers and so-called legends from the UK, but y'all, they sons is not that. I don't know why y'all keep trying to make Eubank. We've been trying to have this fight for 4 years. I don't know why y'all acting like this is the greatest fight in UK history with Conor Ben. And I get it. He slapped him with an egg. That made it more exciting. I get it. But now, bro, Chris Eubank Jr. is a failure. He failed years ago as a fighter. Chris Eubank has been, he done fought 2 times in the last 8 years. And he lost to Billy Ho, and after that he wasn't the same. Conor Ben, you just skipped way past the welterweight division. Cause I gotta be honest, I don't think you're all that, but I would have loved to see you against Boots. I would have loved to see you against Brian Norman. I would have loved to see them fight, cause you explosive and you can crack. And you got a chin. It would have been some good fights, but I think Boots would have drugged you, but it would have been a very action-packed fight. You bring a lot of excitement, but now you just jumped up 2 weight. You just skipped over 2 dangerous divisions to fight a fucking Chris Eubank, bro. Y'all could have just went to the gym and done that shit, bro. If y'all got so much beat, y'all could have, cause that shit don't sell. Bro, we don't give a fuck about that fight. Just desperate. UK, I get, bro. Y'all just need to go on and come on over. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. Jesus is my doctor, and he writes out all of my prescription. Y'all just need to come on. Don't get it twisted. I fucks with Moses Atama. That's the only thing y'all got right now. That's it. That's a young heavyweight prospect. I fucks with him, and I think he really that. Shout out to that, but y'all need to just come over here with a talent there, bro. It's way too much sauce in America that don't get recognized. The biggest talent, the best talent, the biggest stars are over here, bro. Just come over here and enjoy. You motherfuckers love boxing so much, but y'all never let American fighters come over there and put on a big events. It always got to be some UK shit or some Slovakia shit. Like, bro, y'all just hating. That's really what y'all do. Y'all don't even talk about American boxing. When y'all be on them Sky Sports and shit, y'all really act like y'all got a lot of shit going on. I just don't know, bro. Y'all got a few fights. I like Caroline. Yeah, I fuck with old Caroline. I like Du Bois. I like how Daniel Du Bois, how he done bounced back with his career. But other than that, bro, y'all struggling for talent. I get it. But anyway. Oh, speaking of, shout out to my man who told me to look up this heavyweight. Why is his name not coming to me? Why is this Andy from H-Time? This was his debut fight, I want to say. And it was on the Zone. It was on the Before the Bell. Why am I not remembering his name? A brother told me to. I want to say I just want the truth. He been telling me, man, look this dude up. And I went on and looked at him. That motherfucker nice. And he with running shields. Very athletic. Very mobile. I am impressed. I'm impressed because I gotta be honest. Wilder had the big right hand, and shout out to them 10 title defenses. Yeah, Shaw was cool. Yeah, Big Shot Shaw, he was cool. We had Jermaine Franklin. We had Charles Martin. We done had some shit. But none of them was athletic. Not like this dude, bro. This dude is very athletic. Very athletic, and he can punch. He got good head movement, good feet. Just the athleticism, I was really impressed by that, because we just haven't seen it in the heavyweight division. Gonna be a problem. Can't remember his name, but he on Before the Bell. He's gonna be a problem. Really nice. I was genuinely impressed. Genuinely impressed. On to some bad news. Charles Conwell, I was wrong. But I wasn't wrong. See, with David Morrell, I was wrong. The motherfuckers came to they couldn't wait to come to my channel after Benavidez beat him, and I was very quick to say, David Morrell is not who I thought he was at all. See, sometimes you can have a bad performance. There wasn't a bad performance from David Morrell. He just ain't better than David Benavidez, and he ain't as good as I thought he was defensively. And the power wasn't there. And yeah, he hurt David Benavidez once or twice, but that power that you had at 168, it did not carry it, pimpin'. You just not who I thought you was. All them little dance moves and cha-cha-cha and all that shit you be doing with Andy Cruz in the locker room, I thought that shit would translate in the Benavidez fight. However, it did not. I was wrong. David Morrell is not it. He's not that guy. I don't know. And I'm going to tell you another thing. I think Ashley Iglesias is better. I would love to see David Morrell versus Ashley Iglesias. Yeah, Ashley Iglesias is that guy. I really think that. That's a bad motherfucker. That's a bad boy. Anyway, David Morrell wasn't that guy. Charles Bad News Conwell, I'm not here to say that you're not that guy. I'm not wrong about you like I was with Morrell. I was all the way wrong. I thought Morrell was top 10 pound for pound. I thought he was elite. No. B-level fighter. A good B-level fighter. I don't think that about you. I don't think I was just wrong and you ain't that. But you got to answer some questions. I got a lot of questions. Now, pimping. Very disappointed. Very disappointed. I'm not through with you, but I am very disappointed. Very disappointed. You look like a B- fighter. Almost a C-level fighter that night. You had the jab was non-existent. I'm telling you, it looked like you got in the ring and forgot everything. Just forgot. You just went with the motions. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know if you took a few edibles. I just don't know what it was or what it wasn't or what. I just don't know, bro. But you was not there. That I can look at a fight, like I said with Morrell. That's not a fight where I can say, man, that wasn't Morrell. That wasn't the Morrell I know. No, Benavidez was just better, bro, and he exploited all Morrell's mistakes. With Conwell, you better than what you showed. You way better than what you showed, bro. I know that for a fact. You better than that, and you better than the dude that beat you. You could have edged it out. It could have been a draw, but I am not mad at the decision, and I am not here to say it was a robbery. I don't think that boy beat you, but okay. He'll get knocked out by what's that boy? What's the dude that knocked out Fundor? What's his name? He trash. Why can I not think of this dude's name? He knocked out by Boza. He knocked out Fundor and got the brakes beat off him by Boychuk. I can't remember his name, and I'm tired of trying to remember. But what I'm saying is, bro, he'd lose to him. Boychuk would stop him in 3 rounds. He won't even beat a Tim Tszyu. He would have struggled with a Joey Spencer. No, Pippin, it was a bad look for you. And not only was it a bad look, it's even worse because you had Golden Boy. Oscar wasn't trying to do shit with, and I hate that this young black heavyweight that I just talked about is with Golden Boy. Bro, they gonna hide the sauce, bro. No black fighter should sign with Oscar. Listen, it's hard at any promotional company for a black fighter, but you should not sign with Oscar, bro. No. I didn't really want to say that, when I was on an interview with you on Conwell channel. I didn't really want to explain that because I just didn't want to. I didn't want to rain down on nobody parade, or I didn't want to try to make it seem like I'm hating on you getting money or any of that kind of shit. I just didn't want to, because for a fighter that got it out the mud to finally get signed to a major boxing promoter, which is Oscar, he is major. It's a big deal, so I get it. I didn't want to rain down on your parade, bro, but now pimping Oscar not that, bro. He been hiding you, and yes, he been keeping you active, bro, but he has not put you on the right stage. Oscar has never said nothing about you fighting Virgil. It's like he tell the commentators, don't mention Virgil when you fight. It's just sad, bro. He just got you over there. You really sitting on the shelf, but you staying active. It's sad, bro. And now you lost. Oh no. Either he gonna feed you to the wolves, or he just gonna put you on the shelf. He gonna put you back on the shelf, and you just gonna keep fighting Mexicans in California. I just don't know, bro. I don't know why y'all don't get a little offended by that shit. Why are black fighters always going to California and fighting a Mexican? It always happens. It just seems to never stop happening. I just don't know. Side note, with Shakur and Zepeda, we say black and Mexican is the biggest shit, but we got Berlanga on the headline in that fight. I thought black versus Mexican is the biggest shit. Y'all been trying to act like Zepeda is this huge boogeyman and this and that. He ain't the star that Shakur is. It's just amazing that fight is not a main event. So, but anyway, so you signed to arguably, it's hard for a black man, a black fighter over there at Golden Boy, and everybody know it. And you lost. Let's get to the fight. I wish you the best with Oscar. I don't trust him. I don't think he'll do right by you, but I wish you the best, bro. Get your money. I'm glad you're getting money, though. Your jab was non-existent. You act like you forgot how to jab your way in. But I'm gonna say this about you too. I think you way better than what you showed. I still think Conwell is that dude. I think he a bad man. I just got questions now. First thing I want to point out is I noticed you've been getting a little too hook happy. I started to notice that, and you don't really throw your jab. You just been landing them hooks, and them hooks been working for you. You got a little too goddamn hook happy. You don't straighten up your shots. You don't throw the straight right. You just, and I love that you go to the body, but you just been too hook happy. I thought you landed the harder shots, the more flush shots. Just never threw the straight right, no straight punch. Cause that's what would have landed. He was looking for the hooks. And another mistake I've always noticed, but you just always seem to make up for it in the fight. You end up catching up with your opponent. But I've always noticed that you smother your work at times. I've always noticed that you smother your work. You smother your work. You need to get back to your fundamentals, bro. Get back to boxing, bro. You look way too flat-footed in there, bro. You look like you was trying to be Viva Mexico style. Like you you was flat. You was flat as shit. You was very flat-footed. It looked like your shoes weighed 20 pounds apiece. You was in quicksand. And that Mexican you fought, he looked like the more athletic fighter. It was a bad look. You smother your shots a lot, but eventually you get to landing them hooks. But you didn't do it that night. You was landing hooks, bro, but you missed a lot. And you didn't let your hands go enough. You looked a little tired after the 7th round. You smothered a lot of your work. Let me say this in your defense. I want to explain something that a lot of fans don't never pay attention to, but I pay attention to it. I always watch that ref. Referees do certain shit for certain opponents. Look at the ref in the first Roberto Duran versus Sugar Ray Leonard fight. Look how the ref was just letting Roberto Duran just tee off on Sugar Ray Leonard at times, and a ref can play to the advantage of the aggressive fighter's hand by soon as the fighter try to tie you up, the ref immediately break it up and warn you about holding, to where you'll have to exchange more. You'll have to sit in that pocket more. A lot of times refs do that. Look at the first Floyd versus Madonna. I just got too much salt and I break it down too well sometimes. Look at the first Floyd fight against Madonna. Floyd, I'm telling you, bro, to be the face of boxing at that time, Floyd looked like a runaway slave in that fight. Not saying that he was running, but they was trying to get him beat on. I don't think you look at that fight when the ref was when Floyd tried to clinch, because you gotta clinch Madonna. Some fighters you gotta clinch. The ref would immediately break it up, or a lot of times the ref would let Madonna fight out of the clinch and Madonna be hit. Madonna hit Floyd so many times in the back of his head. I don't even know how he took some of the shots he took. He was getting hit and mauled. Hit in the back of the head the entire fight. Look at how many times he got hit in the back of the head, because the ref, a lot of times he wouldn't break up the clinch. And Floyd looking at it like, God damn, I'm break up the clinch. This dude just steady throwing punches behind the head. And then the second fight, when Floyd would clinch, the ref would go on and break it up and reset, and Floyd was allowed to reset instead of allowing Madonna to fight on the inside and throw them wild shots behind the head. And he never did he even take a point in that first fight. A lot of times the referee, when the black fighter is a boxer and the other fighter is non-black and he's aggressive, the ref tries to not allow the black boxer to clinch. That's why they complained so much in the first Kambosos fight. Devin Haney just flushed Kambosos every round, and he jabbed, straight right, clinched at times. And they complained when the black boxer clinches. Ali the greatest, and he was one of the most clinching fighters you ever see in your life. Like, clinching is an art. It's an art to that shit. When you're dealing with a wild fighter that's trying to just knock your head out, hey, motherfucker, I'm finna make you reset, and throw that little bullshit off. That is an art form. There's a such thing as a Cesar holding, like John Ruiz and fighters like that. Listen, so the referee catered to the Mexican because he was the one boxing and moving. So he held you the entire fight. Every time you came in on the inside, he would clinch and hold you. The ref allowed it. He clinched you 776 times. But he don't get out of the blame. Where was your adjustments? You didn't look strong like you always look. Bro, it looked like you was fucking it. Like the night before that fight, you had a threesome and y'all was taking edibles and goddamn sipping on some Don Julio or some shit. I don't know what it was, and I'm not accusing you of drugs or none of that. I'm just joking. Like I said, I'm still a fan of it, and I believe in you, bro. He's not just a little bit better than what he showed. You way better than what you showed. Way better. I don't know. They might call you out now, though. You better than what you showed, but I still got some questions. I'm not as confident, especially in fights like Fandor, with all that reach and the way you smothered yourself this last fight. It ain't that I think Fandor is so good. It's just that I could see you smothering your work and him out. Another thing, outworking because you wasn't letting your hands go. It's some dudes that can beat you the way you fought last night. I think you would stop Virgil, but it's a chance that if you don't knock out Virgil, he could outwork you. Virgil threw a lot of punches. He could outwork you. Xander, with all that reach, could give you a lot of problems. Xander could give you some trouble. Xander and Fundora, those two specifically, will give you a lot of trouble. Tim's gonna give you what you want, because he can't box, and you gonna land that shit. Virgil don't really box. Virgil don't really got no defense. I could see you stopping both of them. But Xander, with his reach, could give you a lot of trouble. Fundora, a lot of trouble. Just get back to the gym, bro, and reset, rethink some shit. I didn't see no adjustments. I don't know, maybe you had an injury before. It's one of them performances where I feel like it had to be something, bro. Yeah, I don't know if you broke up with your girl. I don't know what the fuck. Something happened. I just don't know. Something was off. You look like an average fighter that night. Because that dude that beat you was not good at all. I'm telling you, bro, Boychuk would destroy that dude. Virgil stops that dude inside 3 rounds. That dude is not no hellified fighter that beat you. Is he can be complicated, tricky little style? Absolutely. But he's not nowhere near. He's a C+ fighter. Bad news. Bad news. I still believe in you. I want to see you bounce back. But you know, if Oscar really fucks with you, which you don't, I don't like, bro. Oscar don't fuck, bro. They don't fuck with us, bro. They not like us, and they don't fuck with us, bro. You know, nothing pissed me off more when I hear black people say, "Yeah, I hear in Texas, blacks and Mexicans fuck with." You was a goddamn lie. Yeah, some parts of Houston, yeah. Some parts of Dallas, yeah. No, pimpin'. That shit is a myth. that shit one of the biggest myths. No, bro. Nah, bro. Some of us are cool with some of it, but for the most part, bro, there is not no black and Mexican coalition in Texas at all. And like I say, in Texas prisons, and even on the job, the Mexican will ride with the white boy, and in prison, Mexicans ride with whites against the blacks. So no, there is not no coalition. Mexicans is the only reason why white boys damn near think they tough in the Texas prison. Because if we smash the white boy, the Mexicans will help. They ride with the white boy. I'm telling them the biggest coons since I swear. Them over, they ride with whitey over us. So I just don't know. But it is what it is. Same dog bitch you bit me. But anyway, I just wish you the best, bro. You in a tough division. You with a promoter that you with a promoter, bro, that don't really fuck with us, bro. I wish you the best, bro. I wish you the best. Hopefully this motivates you to really get in that gym, bro, and work on some things. And you very accurate. I didn't see that in that fight either. But I believe in you, bro. I believe in you. I'm not washing my hands. You definitely got a lot to prove now. Got a lot to prove. I will say this though, I keep saying it, I don't think the 154-pound division is as stiff as people. 135 is the best division in boxing to me, not 150. Bro, you got Abdullah Mason, Andy Cruz, Tank, Shakur, Keyshawn. Shall I keep going, bro? Raymond Murray. I mean, it's just 135 by far is the best division in boxing, and it got the most talent. 154 just got some dudes that can punch. It got a couple punch. It ain't got no lot of talent, skill. What skill fighters is at 154? Boychuk is a rough and rugged dude, and he can punch. Fundora, power is very overrated, and he smothered his shot. Bro, the right timing, bro. That other dude showed you how it's done. You can knock out Fundora, bro. Lubin was supposed to. I just don't get it. You know, but I ain't seen Fondor swell up nobody the way he done Lupin. I ain't seen none of that shit since. I don't know where that power went. Same way with Fatback Fury. I don't know where the power went. I don't know. When Fondor fought Lupin, he looked like Rocky Marciano. I just Rocky Marciano. Yeah, when Fondor fought Lupin, that motherfucker was punching like Julian Jackson. When Fondor fought, when you look at his face, his shit look like Martin when he fought Tommy Hearns. Like, am I the only one? And we gonna forget that shit? I ain't seen him I ain't seen him swell shit up since. So, anyway, man, it's a lot of shit, bro. You do a black fighter anyway. You just do a black man any kind of way. That it go on in sports, it go on in the working world, it go on in life, bro. When you're dealing with a group of people that don't believe in sticking together, you can do them any kind of way. So, you know. But, I don't know, bro. I don't know. But yeah, you know. I don't know. I definitely wish you the best. I don't know, but you could beat these dudes, bro. 154 is not what people is saying it is, bro. I'm telling you. And ever since Murataya knocked out Tim Tszyu, he has yet to do anything else, bro. Like, he knocked out Tim Tszyu and we act like he's the most dangerous dude ever. And nah, bro, you can outbox that dude, bro. Jermell Charlo, I'm just gonna tell you the truth. If he get back on his shit, he could come back to 154 and completely take over. He stops Virgil, stops Xander, beats the brakes off Fondor. The way Jermell was punching at 154, I'd say he stops Fondor. Especially with that left hook. Jermell can still come up to come back and dominate at 154. That's why I say when Boots moved to 154, just don't get surprised, bro, when he run through these dudes. It's not there, bro. It's more talent coming up from 140 to 147 than it is at 154. So, anyway, you just got a bunch of flat foot fighters that can punch. That's it. You know, good footwork and a high ring IQ would make them look like they in quicksand. So, I've seen you show much better footwork. I've seen you show much better head movement. You just gotta bounce back, bro. So keep your head up. One defeat don't determine a fighter. But like I said, bro, I wish Oscar would make old boy run that shit right back with you in the summer. Run that shit right back so you can get your redemption. There is no way on earth I think that dude is better than you, and I think that referee allowed him to hold too fucking much. And I noticed that when the black fighter's not holding and the other fighter is holding, nobody complains. But if the black fighter clinching, oh man, he was holding. Look how that holding he doing. Like, that dude held you the entire fight. Like, it pissed me off. But you still should have made adjustments. So, I just wish you the best, bro. I understand you it's a hill to climb, bro, and you've been climbing hills ever since you got before you got the Golden Boy. You got it the hard way. Channels don't seem to talk about. I was shocked that when you lost, it wasn't a bunch of channels talk, because they do that when a black fighter lose, especially if he's an up and coming and he supposed to be that. I thought the whole boxing world. Well, if you had got stopped, they definitely would have been talking. But no, bro, a lot of channels just don't seem to talk about this man. Just got to get back to showing us who you are, bro, and why you was the most feared at 154, bro. You got to show me, bro. I'm a supporter, but I can only support so far. You got to show me. You got to show me why I said you better than all these dudes. Levels above them. You got to show me, bro. You got to show me why I said that you would give Terrence Crawford hell. I pick him to win, but that would be a tough. You gotta prove to me why I said, bro, you the toughest fight for Boots. You gotta prove that to me. So just be encouraged, brother. I'm in your corner. I ain't going nowhere. I don't change when a fighter lose. That's just not what I do. And I'm not team nobody. I'm not on no bandwagon. I'm not against no other black fighter and this black fighter against that black fighter. I ain't with your groups. I ain't your groups, your cliques, your gangs, your gang. I ain't with none of that shit. I'm team black man, and you a black man. I just want to see you shine. Keep shining. Zing, Johnny, I need another piece of chain in my life. Keep shining. Hey, but anyway, but yeah, you'll be alright, bro. You'll be alright. Like I said, it could be a bit blessing in disguise because Oscar may throw you in there with Virgil now. Oh, he may just really just get the because he gonna look at it like that. That's a defining fight for Virgil, and if Virgil can beat you and this and that, he can try to get fame off your name. I noticed that they'll try to act like a black fighter ain't no real star, but when somebody else that ain't black beat him, they become a star off his name. You know, just like Lubin, they'll tell you Lubin is not a draw. Lubin finna fight on pro box. It's sad out here. PBC done drop Wilder, they drop Boots, they drop Lubin. Just it ain't enough dope or dog food. There's no explanation for this shit. But they'll tell you Fundor. I mean Lubin ain't a star, but Fundor's claim to fame is from beating Lubin. So we not stars, but if you beat us, you a star. Just don't seem fair. It don't add up. The math ain't working. It's just boxing, bro. It just ain't enough bananas in the world to feed you, motherfucker. This is 903 Boxing. I'm your host, Charles J. With that, I'm out.